Are you ready to break past episode 600? Because that's what we're doing today. Well, we're not breaking past 600. We're getting to 600 today. And I'm excited for that because, I mean, any sort of milestones in One Piece feels really good. At the same time, that means I gotta start working on my best moments from 500 to 600 video soon. And that's intimidating, so I'll have to get to that at some point. So keep an eye out for it. Who knows when it's gonna pop up? It might pop up much later, it might pop up immediately, who knows. I guess it'll just depend when I have time, but I'm looking forward to jumping into this because, yeah, as I said, we're doing 3 episodes today: 598, 599, and 600. That makes us, like, you know, how many episodes are there at this point? There's like 1,100 and something episodes. So we're like past the halfway point, I believe. Is Siri gonna know? Hey Siri, how many episodes are there of One Piece? Let's see.
One Piece is a Japanese animated television series based on the successful manga of the same name and has 1,031 episodes.
1,031.
This is from Wikipedia.org.
Apparently 1,031. I don't know if that's true. In fact, that seems low, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, that was wrong. There's 1,119 at the time I'm recording this video. Siri just lied to me. That was really outdated information. That was really outdated. Wow. Anyway, so yeah, it's coming closer to 1,200 episodes. It's not gonna get there super soon, but it's coming closer to that. So yeah, I'm over halfway through One Piece now, which is kind of crazy, but also like I'm torn because it's a long way through. Like 600 episodes is a lot, and I've made this progress much faster than I expected to. At the same time, we're only halfway, you know, that's also kind of crazy to me, that I feel like I've watched so much of this show and there's still so much to go. But that's exciting to me as well because I love this show and I want more. And so I want there to be a lot of episodes left. I'm so torn. I'm sure a lot of people feel a similar way when they're catching up on One Piece, that they'll be torn on whether or not it's, you know, like whether or not they want more episodes or whether they want to catch up. But yeah, anyway, we're going to jump into these episodes. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm a small channel, so anything that you can do to help helps me out a lot. Liking the video and definitely commenting down below to tell me what you liked about the video. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions and early access. You can get the next 20 or so episodes on there right now. And you can also go and join my YouTube membership down below if you want 1 week early on edited reactions on this channel. But let's jump into this. This is episode 598 of One Piece. Here we go. One Piece, woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and the goal is for me to beat the recap. Complete the cube before the recap is done. And that is the cube complete. Okay, don't look. Today's episode is going to be called Law Becomes a Lawyer. That's what it's going to be called. A change in profession? Law becomes a lawyer. What the? He has steak on his face. Oh, Mone's an undercover agent? Virgo. Okay. You were at Dressrosa? I know that's the name of one of the arcs or something. He's got a cool design. I mean, the steak on his face is strange, but... Careful, Law. Oh! Shit! So, that's why Law's... Oh my god. Well, okay. There's a lot of questions. I do like Virgo so far. What a cool character. But what is going on there? I was wrong about they're hiding his face, so we must know who it is. I was wrong about that. Again, I keep being wrong about that. My predictions in this arc are the worst they've ever been. It didn't seem, yeah. Didn't seem like Haki. Shit. Oh, they're still loyal to him. Oh, what's this map? That's crazy looking. Yeah, that's awful. Convince them? Such a weird character design. Oh, that's right. Sanji's down in the water, trying to get the torso back. Okay, that's great. But they are slimes. I don't know if cutting is gonna do much more than just like hold them off for a second. Oh yeah, and release gas. Oh fuck. Does gas not work on Brook? Like, didn't it work on him earlier in the arc? At the start? When they like knocked him out? If Sanji comes up with the torso, is the samurai gonna be like super helpful, you know? I don't know. Man, swimming this far down is so anxiety inducing. Awesome, he's using Haki! Oh no, what's happening to your torso? Oh Jesus. This is so stressful. Is he gonna have to fight a shark underwater while holding his breath with Nami's body? Oh Jesus. The shark's just eating him. Jesus, that seems difficult, Sanji. That seems like a fucking tough ask. Oh! He's trying to act strong. Can you do all this with Nami's body? Oh, okay. Got a good kick in. Like, she hasn't done the kick training, so maybe the muscles aren't quite as good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, lucky the gas fucks the shark up. Keep going. At least you're not breathing in the gas, because you're not breathing at all right now. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. No, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And it makes sense he can do this, because this is like a technique, right? So he remembers how to do that. Wait. Why does he have sandals on again? Didn't he kick off the sandals to get into the water? Was that a continuity error? Oh my gosh. That's just his body. It just says the samurai. Oh yeah, he is very tall. Jesus. Give me your name. Oh, your name is Kinemon. I thought that was the name of... I thought that was the name of the place you were from or something. Nice. That's a cute coat. Maybe you should have changed the sandals to fur boots or whatever. Aww. Oh. I love this guy. He's so nice.
頭上げろ。男が簡単に土下座なんかすんじゃねえ。しかし取り込み中なんですが、サンジさん。どうやら絶対絶命の大ピンチ
Yeah,
で
the
す。
slimes, right? What if you gave the slimes clothing that contained them, like straight jackets or something, you know? I don't know. Trying to think of weird ways to use his powers. Okay, that's good. Chopper's putting in work.
甘ったれんなバカども。何せこの体。
Stop it, Sanji.
人呼んで狐火の金
Foxfire, Kinemon.
拙者の剣は敵を焼き切る剣
Ooh.
あれを燃焼させ活路を開こう
Okay. Sounds like a fusion between Zoro and Sanji. Oh, this is cool. Oh my god! And then he just cut the flames apart. Oh, he's at full strength now and he's cool.
さて道は開けた今行くぞ桃之助
He's so cool.
無事だ爆炎を切ったまででござる爆また炎を切り裂くことを奥義として
Crazy.
侍の戦闘に興味が湧いた。
Mm-hmm.
息子救出。俺も
That's awesome. Zoro respects you a lot seeing you cut fire. Ah. Okay, going back in my notes, I do have the words Foxfire Kinemon back in episode 589. So I knew I'd seen that before, but I hadn't registered that that was his name. I think I thought that was like a title. I mean, like, Foxfire sounds like a title, right? So I think that is. But then Kinemon, I guess I thought also was, or like a location or something. Or maybe I did know it was his name and I forgot. But, regardless, it's a cool name. I like it, Kinemon. But at least now I know it's his name. He introduced himself as Kinemon. And he is very cool. I knew that they were leading up to like when he gets all of his stuff back, he'll be like a cool character, like a good fighter. And I like, you know, we earned it and now we get to see what he can do. And it's pretty cool. He can use flames to cut through shit and then he can cut flames as well. That's fucking dope. And it also feels like that could be the kind of thing that Zoro might learn from him a bit. Because Zoro is obviously trying to become the best swordsman. Coming across a swordsman who can do stuff that he can't do, he might try to, you know, take in some of these lessons and get something out of it. I'm excited. So that conversation at the start. So Monet is undercover. Is what they were saying, right? Like they wanted to send an undercover agent. And yeah, he was being careful and sent an undercover agent. But hang on, but I think in this scene they kept referring to he, right? But they said, do you really think he had no idea? We don't trust Caesar either. That's why he was being careful and sent an undercover agent. Monet is that agent. So I guess when they say he, are they talking about Akainu? Maybe? Because this guy, like, they didn't ever say who this guy was, right? Like, other than his name, they said he was named Virgo or whatever, right? Yeah, Virgo. But we didn't get like who he was, but I believe he's probably a fucking marine guy. Is he possibly an admiral? Because we no longer have Aokiji as the admiral anymore. And I think I was talking about, like, they'd probably... Oh, and also, Akaino's not an admiral anymore. So the only admiral... Like, I mean, Akaino's a fleet admiral or whatever, but he's not one of the admirals now. So that means there's 2 empty slots in the admirals, right? And this guy seems to have, like, an admiral-esque design. Like, look at him. So... Because I was thinking, like, maybe it would be that people would be promoted, like, from Vice Admiral into Admiral. So it'd be, like, some of the Vice Admirals we already know... Someone like a Garp type figure would be promoted into being Admiral. But I don't think we've seen this guy before, but I don't know that for sure. It is possible that, like, he was a Vice Admiral and we've seen him in a Vice Admiral section, because I don't really remember many of them. I remember Momonga. I remember Garp, obviously. Then there's that other guy that I can't remember his name again, but I do remember, like, a few of them, but not all of them. So yeah, I think this is cool, because I don't know for a fact that this guy is part of the Marines or an admiral or whatever, but from the way he was talking, it sounded like the government pretended that they didn't know, but they actually do. So they sent in someone that was Monet to keep an eye on everything. That makes it more interesting for me, because I was wondering why they've introduced Monet and then she's not really doing anything. You know, she's always just sitting there studying, but she was a really cool character. So it seems like if she's actually like a government agent or whatever, that's kind of a cool little twist, especially since she looks like, because of her harpy design, she looks almost one of the most monstrous out of them. So you wouldn't suspect her at all because of all of that. But it's very cool. It's very cool. So I like her. And I like this little way that they seem to be tying in more stuff going on. I mean, like, that's the big thing that I really like when Oda does, and he gets better and better at doing it throughout the series, where the arcs, they have a clear line, and then Oda always throws in extra little storylines in the middle of it that tie it into the greater world, that make it feel so much more alive. And also make, again, I don't know if this guy's part of the Marines, but if he is part of the Marines, make the Marines look more more competent at their jobs, which I think is something that I really didn't expect out of One Piece when I started watching it. I thought Marines would have been like mostly bumbling idiots or whatever, like they're just the cop force that, you know, we're trying to get away from, and the other pirates would be the dangerous ones that we'd have to deal with. And then, you know, the warlords would be the dangerous ones. But the actual Marines, I didn't think they would get this much depth and this much sort of strategy to them. But I feel like there's always been quite a lot where I feel like the Marines, sometimes I'm more excited to see what the fuck they're doing than I am to see what the pirates are doing, you know? And I mean, like, Marine Admirals, like all 3 Marine Admiral characters that we've met have been really great characters. Like, even though Akainu is frustratingly evil, like, I hate him, but I love his character. Kizaru is like a shit bag, like, he's just such a scumbag, but he's so interesting, such an interesting character with, like, funny animation and a really funny voice, but also terrifyingly powerful. That he's really cool. And then Aokiji is just so in-depth and interesting and just an engaging character. So the admirals so far have been great. It makes me kind of hope this guy is an admiral, because if he is, like, he fits their visual style and he's very cool. But I don't know, I really have no idea what to expect. And yeah, and also Kinemon, they just said in this episode, he is very tall, which I guess it makes a lot of sense. I was thinking about it, like, after they said that, I was like, oh yeah, the bottom half of the body was quite tall compared to them, and I wasn't even really thinking about how big the rest of him would be in that case, but it makes sense when you put all those pieces together. He's a tall dude. But yeah, anyway, that is episode 598. Let's move right along to episode 599. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Oh, don't look. Okay. That's how far I got in my queue. This episode is called A Samurai's Respect. Zoro and Kinemon kiss. We're back to this again? Okay, good. I want more. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, he's G5's base commander. Oh my god. The New World. An island. What? Okay, G5. Yarisugi. 3 years ago. Oh my god. Oh, right. Of course. Mocha and the other kids. Mocha's the only name I remember. Oh, are you Mocha's mother? You kind of look like it. Mocha's mother? Aww, that's nice that Tashiki's known for listening to people. They're missing their kids, man. Yarisugi means too much, okay. Wait, Vice Admiral Vergo? Okay. I think that's what they said. That answers my question. He really is too much. Look at that fucking outfit. Was that cloud shaped like Tashigi? I bet she would be happy to listen to you. Tashigi would think like, we're working for the people. We need to respect their opinions. Aww. This is very sad. The kids look a lot like them. It's crazy. Man, we're absolutely gonna have like reunion scenes with these kids and their parents, and it's gonna be very nice. Even though they're gonna be like huge now. Nami des! Would you have to like wean them off of it? Like giving them, you know, half the amount of drug and then the next day a quarter of it and... Oh shit. Oh shit, this is bad. Oh god. This is so fucked. Oh my god. It is gross. Oh shit. Yeah, it'll transfer itself. Yep. But it's afraid of the lake, which means water is probably good against it. Yeah, that's true. Look at Nico Robin's smile while she says that. Looks like we all got captured. Oh, Monet. He's still got that. So is that just part of him? The stake attached to him? I thought it was just a little gag for his first appearance or whatever. But it might never go away. Yeah, can't break through it unless you had a Franky beam. Jesus, man. Just getting worse and worse by the second.
危ないことになってしまうかも。ところでベルゴ、
You got some food on your
あなた
face.
今朝ハンバーガーでも
Yes, please. Thank you for mentioning it.
なぜは
食べかすが
その
Finally.
の研究所にいれば安全よ。
おいベルゴ
Oh shit.
お前の部下だぞ
Yeah, don't you give a fuck about him?
ああそうだね
Oh my gosh.
一つの檻に入るにはあまりに豪華
I can't believe we're in a cell with Smoker
なん
again.
かおかしいよね。あなたたちが同じ
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
俺とでもアラバスタで
As soon as I mention it.
とことん空気を読まねえ連中だぜ
No, that's true, but it's fine.
ベルゴの手で海難事故にすり替えられたというわけだ軍のメンツは丸つぶれだ
Oh man, I love Smoker so much.
よくもこれまで
And Tashigi.
なんだ。
もともと奴は
Oh,
海賊なんだ
really?
ジョーカーの指示で海軍に入隊し
Joined
約
maybe by
15年
Joker's
の時間を
order.
かけて初めからずっとジョーカーの
Jo-
一味なのさ
who is Joker?
ジョーカー確か
Underworld
ブロ
broker.
ーカーの名
お前が本部から転属してきた日から最大限に警戒
Look at Smoker man spreading hard. It's
そ
very
のスト
funny.
レスから解放されると思うスモーカー中将タシギ大佐
Oh shit.
君らはここで死にその
Oh,
口は封じられるということだ
this is great because it
本当に僕たちも
means
シーザーに
that we're working together with Smoker for this one
当然だ
again.
いつものようにちゃんと事故と処理しておくさ
God damn.
おい、トラオ、ジョーカーって誰だ。
Yeah, give us some more information.
俺も昔
Oh,
そいつの部下
really?
その正体は
Oh.
お前らもよく知って
Oh,
いる男
really?
世界に名だたる7人の
Oh, oh,
世界
Doflamingo?
最高に桜花七部会の一人
That makes sense.
ドン・キホーテ
Yep.
ドフラミンゴ
Okay, I see. Cool. Okay, I was wondering how many answers we get in this episode based on Virgo and all of that. And we got more than I expected. And it went in ways that I didn't see it going, but does kind of make sense. So, like, the first thing that I thought was, like, I said in the intro, I don't know if it made it into the edit of this video, but if I remember, I'm gonna put it in the edit. I said it while the intro was playing that, like, hang on, what if Virgo is a warlord? It was something that I didn't even consider. But the reason I think I said that was because in the OP, there is, like, I think a quick shot of Virgo. And the quick shot of Virgo is right before a shot of Doflamingo. Yeah, so it's like here, this shot. And, like, look, I don't analyze these OPs too much, but it was like there's a Virgo shot and then there's a Doflamingo shot, right? And so in my mind, like, I just saw those two things beside each other and I went, oh, maybe they were, like, grouping up the warlords in the OP, and so maybe Virgo is a warlord. But, so, like, in a way, that OP was kind of, you know, like, gave me an idea that was hinting at what their relationship is, and yet I took the wrong conclusion from it. And that's kind of why I don't mind too much watching OPs a lot of the time. Now, obviously, there are OPs that have, like, major spoilers in them, and I generally try to not look too closely at what's going on in an OP, and I don't try to, like, look for links that much or, like, figure out what's going on, you know? Now, there are obviously exceptions to it. You guys, back when the Robin OP happened, you guys told me to not watch that OP, right? And that was a good choice. Even though I knew Nico Robin would be part of the crew eventually, because I'd seen all the OPs before, and I've for many years known Nico Robin was a character and that she's a main character of One Piece. I still, like, it was still good to not watch that, so that I could have maybe the doubt of, like, maybe Vivi will join, and, like, also the idea of, like, maybe Robin's not going to join yet. Maybe she'll join later in the series or whatever. If I had seen that OP, then I would have been spoiled on the fact that she's joining now. So you guys were right in that I shouldn't have watched that OP, because the entire OP was Robin in the crew. It was like, it was not hidden at all. So so that's like one thing, right? But then there's other stuff where sometimes shit will be happening in an OP, and yet I don't even like realize what the fuck's going on, right? Like some people at some point were like, had seen my reaction to one of the OPs and said like, oh, you noticed, like I saw that you noticed you got spoiled in this one section or whatever. But I didn't get spoiled. There was like, I think it was a bit where it shows Luffy in second gear, right? And that was before second gear had been revealed. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, I looked at it and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? But there was like a bunch of shit happening at that part of the OP. I didn't know what that meant. And then when second gear came around, I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this? You know, it didn't ruin my surprise of second gear at all. It just made that part of the OP make sense to me. And like, and you know, there was a lot of stuff like that OP. I think either that OP or the one before that also had like the Franky house exploding, and I just didn't even know that's what was happening until it happened in the show. So yeah, generally OPs will have like these shots that really don't make much sense, unless of course you are like pausing it and going frame by frame, or like really watching closely. I just try not to look too hard at the visuals. I watch them, but I won't think too much about them. But it did give me the idea that like maybe Virgo was a warlord. And my reasoning behind that was partly that we saw it there, and then partly the idea that Virgo had said like, call me Virgo's son, right? And in my mind, now as someone who, I'm not an expert on Japanese in the slightest, I watch anime and I do some Duolingo Japanese. That's kind of the extent of, you know, and you know, I've looked into Japanese stuff before. I've watched Japanese content, but like I'm nowhere near an expert on Japanese culture, right? And especially on honorifics and on pronouns. They can be like a very complicated thing. So like san and kun and sama and like all of these honorifics, that they have like meanings behind them. And I feel like in One Piece, sometimes the honorifics are used kind of sparingly, but when they are used, there is like, you can sort of speculate as to why. Like I've talked before about how Nami calls Sanji Sanji-kun, but she doesn't do that with anyone else. She doesn't say Luffy-kun, you know? It's pretty much just Sanji that gets the kun treatment. And I've talked about it before and like speculated on why I thought that was with my limited knowledge. And I think other people gave me their theories on why, but I don't think anyone told me anything that was like, oh, this is why Oda says that she does that or whatever. Like, I don't believe that has been said at any point. So all of that to say, the san honorific is like, as far as I know, like that's just a general term of respect, right? You call someone blank san. It's like you're kind of like respecting someone, but as far as I know, it tends to be like you're on the same level as them. That's kind of what I've always seen it as, you know? You would call strangers that you met or whatever, I would imagine you would call them blank san, unless you were trying to be extremely respectful to them for one reason or another because of a different status. So I thought maybe because Law is a warlord, he was saying call me this son, as like I'm also on the same level as you, I'm a warlord too, you know? So like that was my theory at the time. Anyway, turns out I was wrong. As I constantly am. This arc, I am so bad at predicting stuff. So bad. I thought he was an admiral and I thought he was a warlord. Turns out he's a vice admiral, and he's also working for Joker, which is Doflamingo. So he's also a pirate, or an ex-pirate at least. But him being a vice admiral doesn't mean he can't be an admiral at some point in the series. He might get promoted to admiral. I don't know. It's hard to tell whether this is the kind of character that they're going to keep around, or if he is just like a temporary villain for this arc type deal. I don't know. Like, I think it's possible. If I had to guess right now, and remember, I'm bad at guessing in this arc, but if I had to guess right now, I would think he is a temporary villain for this arc. His goal, or his purpose in this arc is, one, to add more stakes to it other than just Caesar Clown, but two, to introduce us of the idea of Doflamingo being more interesting and more dangerous and having more of a sway on how everything's going, so that in one of the future arcs, Doflamingo is going to be I got an email, thought it was important, it wasn't. Doflamingo is going to be more important. So yeah, I don't know, but there was a lot of cool stuff going on there. I like that that this means that Smoker and Tashigi are likely going to work with us. And I like that I was like, oh, look, they're all in a jail cell again. And then Robin was like, this brings back memories of you guys being in a jail cell together. It was very nice that, like, I thought it and immediately Oda addresses it. It's cute. I wrote, hang on. I think I wrote my note wrong. I wrote in a cell with kids. That's what my note is. But I think I meant to write in a cell with Smoker, but they were maybe either talking about the kids on the screen, or I read my my note above that says missing kids. So I guess that was weird. But I was like, in a cell with kids? What does that mean? Because they're not in a cell with kids. But speaking of, Caesar Clown has now come to lure the kids back. Oh my god, what a scumbag. Okay, I think I'm ready to move on to the next episode and the final episode we're doing in this video. This is episode 600. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go.
One Piece 人呼んで新世界その海に挑む最強の海新世界へスターことシーザークラウンをここはここに謳歌し
And that is the cube complete. Right before the title. And the title is The Joker Shows Himself? Doflamingo takes the stage. I doubt Doflamingo is going to show up, but I had to come up with something. Who's that? Yep. There are a lot of people there.
噂によればドフラミンゴは頂上決戦の後にモリアを襲撃したそうです。
I'm nervous about this. What are Nami and Usopp gonna do against fucking Caesar Clown and a bunch of kids? Oh my god. Such a manipulator. I like that she's standing up to him. The kids think they need this, so they're not gonna be okay with you stopping them. Yeah. Shit. They're in a bad state. That is true. They're gonna snap these chains now. At Caesar? Yeah. But what's the plan? What the fuck can you even do? Oh, they're out. Shit. How? What can you do? He's got a Logia fruit. This should work against gas? Okay. I mean, I can see the logic. But it didn't work. It's so small. And it's gone. I guess he's not flammable gas. Oh, so it could work then? That's true. Interesting. Oh god. So if he can manipulate... Oh man. Is that how he knocked the others out before? By like depriving them of oxygen? maybe? I guess that's what they did. So it wasn't like a special poison gas or anything. It was just you can't breathe. Shit. Oh, fuck, man. Jesus. Candy now. And he's just smiling, looking at these withdrawals, knowing that his plan is working. It's so fucked up. It's so manipulative. Oh no. Jesus. That's so fucked. Oh my gosh. Can someone come in right now? Oh my god, this is fucked. This is truly fucked. Oda writes more and more messed up storylines as it goes on. It's crazy. He's got a dark streak to him. Oh! Is that Brownbeard? Oh, I knew he was fucking alive, of course. Oh my god. And now he's pissed because Caesar tried to kill him. Oh, back to this form. I quite liked that form. Brown color. No, he's going back to manipulation. You're lucky you're written by Oda. Otherwise you would have died. Jesus, don't hit the kids. Oh my gosh, pretending to care for them. Yeah. Oh my god. Well, at least we have an ally in Brownbeard. I mean, he saved their lives. That's good. Castanet. Holy shit! Surely Brownbeard's dead after that, but who knows? Oh, he's here again. Caesar's scary, man. Oh god! Shit! That's good. Oh, Chopper, you're gonna be their way out? He's pretending to be a book on the floor. It's very funny. Oh, the video snares. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh. This is Big Mom's crew, right? Oh shit, is that Kid? Right? Alright. Whew. What a cool episode. I am very interested in what the heck is gonna happen here. So, what's his name? Caesar wants to broadcast a weapon of mass destruction. He wants to broadcast, you know, another gas explosion type thing. And that's like his main thing. But, you know, obviously I imagine what it does is it's going to blow up the whole fucking island. Like, it's going to do all of that damage again, I would imagine. If it does so, I would think Caesar would be the only one to survive. Which makes me think, like, Monet was doing a lot of the preparations, but Monet is a double agent. Monet is working... Well, Monet's kind of a triple agent. Monet's working for Virgo, who is pretending to work for the government, but is actually working for Joker, which is Doflamingo, but Doflamingo is technically working with the government, but he's also doing his own bullshit. So it's like, it'll probably go against government wishes. So, but Monet is pretending to work for Caesar Clown, but is actually working with Virgo, who is working for Doflamingo, who is kind of working with the government, I think. So there's quite an intricate weave going on here, but I imagine they don't want to be killed. Like, Virgo and Monet don't want themselves to die, I would guess. So, like, I imagine she had to do some major preparations, and she might have done it wrong on purpose or something. Like, that's what I can think of right now, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. It's so awful that it was like Usopp and Nami were the ones left alone with the kids, because once the Straw Hats and stuff were captured, like, there's no one to really defend them. It was like, you know, Usopp and Nami can kind of fight, but they're more like support. You know, they can't hold their own against someone like Caesar Clown. And so that was like horrifying, really. If Brownbeard wasn't there, I mean, they're both dead, obviously. But yeah, that was terrifying, because like, not only can he just suffocate them, but also he like tries to make the kids kill them then and there for his own like pleasure and manipulation. Like, he could have probably killed Usopp and Nami on his own, but he chose specifically to have the kids kill them, like, as a weird sort of punishment for escaping with them, you know, and to quell disobedience in the future, I imagine. The idea that, like, oh, you escaped with these guys? Well, now I want you to prove that you think they're the worst by killing them. But, like, just what a horrible thing. Like, you've manipulated these children with these drugs this whole time, and then now you're manipulating them more. And if you manipulated them to kill the Straw Hats, they have to live with that for the rest of their lives. It's so awful. He's such a scumbag. But the idea, I can't believe I didn't even think about the idea of him just like taking away oxygen. That's such a simple solution that I didn't think of in the previous episode. I thought he created some sort of invisible gas or some bullshit like that, you know? But it's such a simple move that also I could have figured out if I just thought about it for a few more seconds. The idea that, yeah, he can manipulate gas in the air, and air is gas, so he manipulated the air to go away. No more air for you. And it suffocates people. And like, what are people supposed to do against that? Except just hold their breath, I guess, you know? If you can anticipate before he does it, you might be able to go and then close your mouth and hold your breath and hope for the best, I guess. But yeah, I really don't know. Chopper might be the one to save them, though. That would be nice. Like, Chopper's there. He's working hard. I'm proud of him. But he might be the one to actually, you know, be able to save the Straw Hats and Smoker. Possibly. It's really hard to tell if he actually is going to be that for them. But he's there. I don't know who else would be able to do it. So I believe in you, Chopper. That would be great if you could break them out. I love the scene of him being under the book and crawling along and stuff. It's so funny that that's his hiding spot. The idea that he thinks that one little book is, because it didn't even fully cover him, but also just like, it was a pretty clean room. People are gonna look down at the book on the floor, you know? It's so funny. Anyway, is that all I wanted to talk about? I think so. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. That is One Piece, episodes 598 to 600. Thank you guys for sticking with me for 600 episodes of One Piece. And hopefully you can continue to stick with me. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. You can get 20 episodes early in full-length version on my Patreon account. You can get a week early in edited versions on my YouTube membership down below. So go check any of that stuff out. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.